Hi everyone, welcome back. It is a new month and you know what that means. We have a new exclusive bundle from Nails Truly & Co. and I could not be more excited about the theme of this bag. It is the perfect theme just to dip your toes into summer season. It is a really fun theme. It is called the Deep Below. So let's dive right into everything that is included in the monthly exclusive bundle. So each month it is completely different, but there is some staples to each bundle. So you always get a cuticle oil. And here is the cuticle oil. It is in a new bottle. So it is not in that dropper bottle like we normally see. It is in a bigger size bottle today, and it is in the scent Surf Grass, which smells amazing. So I really like this new bottle. It has a little dabber in it, so you can really control where you're putting the cuticle oil. Also that scent, it is everything. And then we have one of my favorite things here. This is great for cuticle prep. This is the cuticle milk. You just apply it to your cuticles and then you can gently push them back. That is purely magic. And then we have these cupcake liners that you can use to pour the dip powder in. These cupcake liners are great, especially if you have stiletto nails. And then another hidden gem in here. If I can open up this little bag, I love the attention to detail and how everything is wrapped. It's just like a little gift to yourself. And just having everything individually wrapped really makes it more special. We have a little nail art tray here, and you can also add water to that for decals as well. And then the next thing that we have in here, we have a few rings, which I really like that that's included in here. It just kind of gives you all the whole like mani experience. Once you're done doing your nails, you have a few accessories as well. So again, the attention to detail of this bag, it is everything. And then the next thing that we have in here, it's a travel file. So you can stick this in your gym bag, your purse, your travel bag, and it is a really awesome just on the go file. Whenever you need it, you have one. Now the moment you've been waiting for, here are the two exclusive colors for the May bundle. We have Dumbo Octopus and Sea Angel, and those can only be found in this month exclusive. And same with the decals. So any of these decals sheets that you're seeing right here cannot be sold individually. They are part of the May exclusive, and you can still sign up to get this exclusive, and you can also use a discount code on top of it, which you can find in that description box below. But this theme right here, it is everything. We have these beautiful, this is the fish, we have that angel fish, we have that sea star. We also have some really fun jellyfish. The octopuses are everything. Just they're so beautiful. And then we have a whole sheet of just seashells and like that mermaid tail mixed in with some floral, just everything. And then this right here, this sheet has beautiful tones of blues and purples. And then we have some more mermaids and some fish on here. But overall, such a fun theme. If you are looking for some summer decals, this bundle is definitely going to get you through the summer season. It is so fun. We are going to dive into the powders and the decals here so you can see them in action on a set of press-ons on the Shape Short Coffin. We're also going to do the gel method today. Now, before we dive into the beautiful exclusive colors, we're going to play with a color that you can get in the shop. It is called Glow Up, and it is just by far the best glow white powder ever. So it's not just a standard white, it has a little bit of a shimmer, pearlness to it. So it's going to give you that flawless coverage on your nail. If you have any imperfections, it's definitely going to hide those, and it's also full coverage. So check it out, the coverage with the first coat here. It is definitely full coverage. Now, if you want to build up strength, you definitely can go ahead and dip more in there to build up strength on your nail or structure. But I only wanted to do one coat because this is going to be the base color of our nail. We are going to add some scrub ombre to this as well. But overall, I love the coverage of this. So we are going to do it on two nails, and then we are going to dive in to the other exclusive colors as well. Now, since we are doing the gel method today, I'm just doing a very thin layer of gel base on the entire nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and dip into that powder. And just keep in mind, anytime I dip into the dip powder and press everything down, I am curing in between each dip for a full 30 seconds. So anytime you see me dusting off, just know that that nail has been cured for 30 seconds. We are going to do two coats of each color today besides the one that you're seeing right here. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into these beautiful colors so you can see them in action. And then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments. All right, now that we're done dipping the nails, we're going to incorporate some more pops of color by doing a little bit of scrub ombre. We're going to use this Wet n Wild makeup brush. I do have it listed in the description box below. I like this one because it's not super fluffy. It's a little bit more dense, so you're going to have more control and you're going to pick up more of that pigment. And plus, since it's a little bit denser, you're really going to be able to scrub in that powder into the nail. I feel like if you're working with a really fluffy brush, you're not going to pick up enough product and you're going to have to scrub really, really hard to get those bristles to lay flat to scrub in those powders. So if you are struggling with your scrub ombre, make sure that you have like more of a denser brush versus a fluffy brush, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm starting at the very tip of the nail and then I'm going to work that product a little bit upwards to the nail. I kind of want more of like a gradient ombre effect. If you start too high and you need to take away, you're going to have to go back in with that white powder. So just make sure you kind of start at the tip and work your way up. I find that that's a little bit easier and a little bit user/error friendly if you start at the tip and then work your way up. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust off and kind of see where we are with the color here. And right here, you could totally leave it as is, or you can keep building up that color by just keep dipping that brush into the powder and keep doing that scrub method here that you're seeing, and that's going to go ahead and intensify that color. But this right here, doing a scrub ombre method, it's a really fun way and a very easy way to incorporate some fun nail art and just kind of changing it up a little bit. And it's kind of a really fun process because you kind of see the whole nail kind of come to life. So in between each time I am scrubbing it on, I'm just going to go ahead and dust off to kind of see where the nail is, and I really like how that looks. So we're going to move on into the next nails. So I'm doing it on the white nails, the scrub ombre, but I'm also going to incorporate it on the pink nails as well. So those are lighter colors, so it's really going to work well with the scrub of the blue. But if you are trying to incorporate this on a darker color, so instead of let's say this nail wasn't white and it was like completely the whole color of this blue that we're using right now, and I wanted to scrub some of that white on, it wouldn't be the same effect. You want to make sure that you have a lighter base and you're scrubbing on a darker color or a more of like a neon color, if that makes sense. But overall, really fun. I love how this blue and that angelfish is just kind of coming together. It's really pretty. It's very subtle, and I really like how it looked. It kind of gave it more of like that mermaid look, but again, totally optional. If you don't want to do a scrub ombre, you don't have to, but I definitely recommend trying it. It's kind of a game changer, and again, it's a very simple way to add a little bit of nail art. So we're just finishing up that nail here, and then filing and buffing. Everything was laying super flat. I did not have any areas where I needed to buff directly on the top of that nail. So for me personally, I'm just cleaning up the sidewalls and reshaping ever so slightly. And that is all I needed to do for my filing and buffing. If you are doing the gel method and you do need to incorporate some buffing on the top, make sure you do a layer of gel base cure for 30 seconds, a layer of gel top coat cure, and then you can go ahead and file and buff safely on top of those powders. All right, so now what we're going to do, since all the filing and buffing it was done, I'm going to seal it in with a layer of gel base, and I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. That's going to give us a really awesome tacky layer to help these decals kind of adhere to the nail. It's also going to be less stressful when applying the decal because it's going to give us a little bit of wiggle room. And since we have like that light tacky layer, it's also going to help that decal kind of lay a little bit flat to the nail. All right, so what I did is I placed that decal in room temperature water for about 15 seconds, and I placed it on a lint-free wipe to help absorb some of that water. And now I'm going in with a jelly stamper. I like to use a jelly stamper because I feel like I can kind of see where I'm placing it on the nail before I go ahead and commit to like stamping it down. So you can kind of get it as straight as possible. But the best part about using this gel base, it's cured. Remember that gel base is cured, but it also lets me kind of straighten and maneuver that delicate decal without ripping it. So I like having that barrier of protection on the nail. Also, if I do mess up, since we do have that cure layer of gel base, I could take a little bit of acetone and then completely remove that decal and start over. All right, so now to ensure that I'm getting rid of any lines, wrinkles, air bubbles that might be in this decal, I'm taking a little bit of acetone on a flat brush. I'm dipping it, and then I am also dabbing off that brush on that lint-free wipe before I touch it on that decal, I am just with the most like delicate feather hand here, just going over that decal here, just flattening out any of those air bubbles or lines, and this decal is now transforming and becoming one with the nail. I love this method. I feel like I get a very flawless finish. As you can see here, we do not have any lines or wrinkles, and that color payoff from that decal, it is everything. So then once that decal is completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and seal it in right away with a layer of gel base, and we're going to cure for 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on to the other nails. So right here, this is the best method I've come up with when applying decals to make them look really flat to the nail and making them look almost one with the nail. I feel like a little bit of acetone and a flat brush just works wonders. Now, if you've never tried this method before, you could always practice on a swatch stick. Definitely recommend that, because if you oversaturate that nail with acetone, or if you're heavy-handed with that brush, you can start removing some of that image or tearing or ripping that decal. So just make sure you have a very delicate hand and that you are not oversaturating that brush with too much acetone, because you do not want to actually start distorting that image. But I love this method so much. I also find that the Onyx brand acetone works way better than any other acetone that I've used. I don't know what's in the Onyx acetone because it says it's 100% pure acetone, but I just find that that brand is a little bit more forgiving on the decals, and it lets me go ahead and just gently press that decal down with the acetone. I've used other acetones before, and it kind of just took away the whole image. I know acetone with any minerals or vitamins in it, I was not getting the same effect like I'm getting right now. So I will go ahead and link that Onyx brand in the description box. You can get it from Amazon, you can get it from Walmart, you can get it from Target. All right, so then I went ahead and I just gently pressed that decal down here after we applied that acetone. And then once that nail is completely dry, go ahead and repeat that same step, seal it in with a layer of gel base, and cure for 30 seconds. I like to go ahead and do the gel base right away when I'm done finishing the application of the decal on the nail, just to make sure that that decal does not start lifting up as I'm doing the other nails. I rather just make sure that, okay, I'm looking at this nail, everything is laying really flat and everything is looking good, so we might as well just go seal it and not risk it lifting up. So that's why I go ahead and do a layer of gel base right away, just to ensure that that decal continues to lay that flat to the nail. But if you have other options and easier ways to apply decals, definitely do that same method. I'm just showing you some tips and tricks that seem to work best for me when applying decals. I've also, in the last video that we did, I did not use any acetone. I used the transfer foil method. So I have a couple different ways on applying decals here on my channel. So if you like to use transfer foils, I use that in the April bundle, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. I also like feathering out the sides of the decal too. So feathering it out makes it look more one with the nail, because when you cut out the decal, you are cutting out that image, and then there is still a little bit of like that clear paper on the nail. So I like to feather it out to just have that decal look more natural on the nail. All right, so now we're doing the last decal here, which is this adorable seahorse. I love everything about this bundle, but I also love the color scheme around it. I love like the purples and blues that we're working with right now with the decals, but I also love like the coral colors that you saw in the decal sheets. Overall, such a fun bundle, and I cannot wait to get more creative and play with more of these decals. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will also link that in the description box below, because you will see more of these decal sheets being played with there over on my Instagram, and I also will share them on the Facebook community page as well. All right, so we're just wrapping up this really adorable seahorse here. This seahorse is just everything. It's cute, it's dainty, and it's perfect for that pinky nail. All right, now that that decal is dried on the nail, we're gonna seal it in with a layer of gel base. All right, now to seal in everything for this mani, we're going to go in with a layer of gel top coat, and I'm going to cover the complete nail. I'm also going to cap that free edge, and then I'm going to cure for 60 seconds, and then to save time, I'm going to do the rest of the gel top coat off camera. And here's the finished mani. I love it. I love the colors. I really like how I added the white into this mani as well. That scrub ombre is kind of giving it kind of like, it's a very subtle scrub ombre. You could definitely go more bolder with your scrub. You just have to keep building that color up, but I really like how it looks. It kind of gives it more of like a little bit of an underwater effect, and it just kind of almost gives it like a watercolor wash as well. But overall, so fun. These powders performed amazingly as always. Nails Truly has great coverage, almost full coverage powders. They're very user friendly, they're very beginner friendly, and these decals are everything. I love the Nails Truly decals so much. I feel like they are the best decals out there. Not only is the quality of the paper perfect, but the inks that she uses, they don't bleed or run in the water. Those are some key factors, and also the printer that she uses. So those are all three key factors when you are creating decals. So just keep that in mind. These are great quality decals, and they are perfect for summer. So this bundle screams summer. If you're just trying to get your toes wet for the summer season, definitely check this one out. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.